Metal face contusions of the metric sign and communications of the gateway location. This is how you open up everything through the equinox. Surfacing position level systems, all allocated positions. I'm wearing sunglasses towards position. So it's understanding the golden cycles, radiation systems, everything through metric valves and the canine line system. Now, there's a containment center that's falling on so many body traction locations. It's in 0.01 traction position. Everything is allocated to its low-end systems, and everything to its positions coming into its moon of its program setting. My heart and my contusion levels are high-rise and everything through its volumes, which is changing plateaus and everything through planetariums. The metric line system to its structure location is changing everything to all equations. The communication cycles, the rotation centers, your flash drives. All humanity is going to go through a flash drive. Now, all our flash drives are connected to the moon base. The moon base is connected to its program setting. To open up the gateway of its equinox is to open up the Earth center and put it into its golden realm. The way to do that is understand the communications that's coming from Rebellion Alliance is setting all waving forces to its connection. Now, my IE interference locations are changing plateaus. It's changing gateway intersurfaces positions. It's changing diameters and metric level systems to its equations. Everything is allocated to its lines. Now, in position, the body fragmentation line system and everything through the cranial of the brainwaves, the energy wave and patterns, it's going to change all humanity's systems. You have to understand these things because it's very important. It's coming from Vega. It's coming from Pluto. Pluto is an aligned communication signal. So it's all about all humanity getting more into communication cycles to all planet positions. All right. So this gateway opens up all planets to your brainwave locations. And your commander has to set up a code. It's already set in its location. It's positioning on so many levels of formations. It's changing everything through your body activation line system. Once I put the scriptures and everything in that line communication, the illustration reactive cycle to its position will open up all your gamma operations to its telepathy system. Okay, so that's why I'm wearing these glasses right now, because if I take them off, too many energy waves will go through your brain stems. So in position, you have to understand what's going on through calculation. Remember I was going through the simulation graphs in that position? It's understanding I'm traveling so far, so fast. That's how it changes the energy patterns to humanity's system. I'm not in the allocated position, a fifth dimensional system. Okay, it's switching on positions into computer graphing to its flash drive positions. So understanding what I'm saying is truly understand everything to the birthing system of a computer operation in the golden realm of its Earth core system. Okay, because the Earth is in the simulation, but now I got to take all humanity into equinox. And to do these things, you have to set up the codes. Because the planetary system and everything through its connection has its own sanction of its heart receptors. So the heart receptor and its valve and its microchip valves has to connect its cranial to its placebo, to its cortex values. The value of youth through its system is its equinox alone to its connection. All right, now you can call it Saint Germain, whatever you want to call it, but truly understand how to open up this gateway is extremely, extremely powerful. Okay, so I plotted it on YouTube platforms and I set up all the code frequencies. It's very extremely complicated, but before we get started, thank you very much. Subscribe to my channels. I keep you informed what's going on with the galactic system. To connection and everything through its force recognition of its Rebellion Alliance. Rebellion Alliance is coming into formation. Okay, all alien nation formations of XT1000s are in position. Crop cycles are all connected to the country positions. Now everything is surfacing faster and faster. Not humanity waking up more and more, but the triangle forces and its connection of its new tesseract to its matrix position is line signaling to its singularity line communication to its telepathy sounds. The audio signals and everything through your gamma operation centers are connecting in all waving cycles. Okay, so my computer graphing positions, okay, is basically 1 billion years into the future. Okay, so that's why I'm wearing these glasses. If I take them off, all the energy waves of humanity and your brain stems will over circuit the valves into your chakra locations. Okay, so it's understanding where you're going through connections of travel positions. Okay, so it's pretty fascinating how I go through different channels and how I operate on so many levels of interforce connections. But your commander is high-rise on so many levels. I go through so many reactions to the moon and its beams and its bases and its rays and its activation and its lights and its coloration. It's knowing what you're doing through traction. It's knowing what you're doing through codes. It's knowing how to open up these gateways. Okay, the platitude levels and everything through all fruition of lights through facilitators know exactly what's going on. They know it's an equinox gateway. The only problem is that they don't know how to present it to a code frequency. So it puts me in a higher position, okay, in 1 billion years into the future to its position. Imagine that. That's the gateway. It's 1 billion years into the future. So the traction location position sets me on its connection line system. My molecule structure location is in the grounds of 1 billion planet years in the position. So it changes everything through that location, changes everything through flash drives, and it changes everything through your receptacle positions. Okay? You are high voluming right now to its gamma operations centers. It's all about getting the Earth into the positions of the simulation to its golden cycles of its rotation system to its sun of its radiation. All right? So the sun is on a radiation time. It's on a dimensional clock. So all the rays are going to connect to all body framings to your coronials of your spine. It's positioning all levels into your connection to your heart receptors. Okay, so that's what's going to happen right now through connection. Okay, so I'm going to set up the formation of the illustration. Once that's done, then I can take the shades off to that position, right? So if you want to go through my healing, you go through my adaptation cycles through 12 positions. Understanding the metric valves, understanding the microchip valves, understand the electrical valves, understand the hydrolysis, understand the analytical mind and its graphing system to its position. This is what you get when you're 1 billion years into the future, guys. You talk like a computer. You are a computer. I'm everything through a computer. The microchips and everything through connections are the keyboard phrasing to its position of its gravity system. The communication cycles are in allocated positions of humanity. The human valves and everything through its structure of its DNA, through its species, is allocating to its position, okay, to its keyboards and everything through its framing to its new flash drive positions. Okay, so it's coming into more circuit levels, right? So the circuitry board of humanity to the brain stems and everything the dream set is going to set a new position to its gateway, better communication to everything, to that position. Okay, so you have any questions or comments, you can go through my email. All right, for consultations. It's really important to understand what's happening right now through connections, okay? So your commander is 1 billion years into the future right now as we speak. My physical system is not allocated to the fifth dimensional system. That's why it's extremely powerful, the connections. I can't take these shades off until I go back into position of the fifth dimensional system. You have to understand how everything works in the vibrational system, how everything works in the universal system. As I come back, you change everything through formation, through your vibration, through your audio signals, anything through your gravities, your powers, and your atmospheres. You got into that positional level system to its connection, right? Galactica, how's it going? Yeah. No, I'm just telling everybody what's going on right now through the flash drive positions. So I set up the code frequencies levels. So it's activating everything as gateway through its equinox level system. So understanding where gateways are, they're all in hotspot locations of dimensions, wormholes, that connection line system. It's an extremely, extremely fast rotation of a black hole. That black hole opens up its equinox. Okay, so it basically, it's sucking the Earth system to its position, and the sun diameters and its switching location to its gravitation is changing everything through radiation cycles to humanity's positions. That's why it's extremely complicated through the mind system. Okay, so my brain simulation patterns right now are going to high wind forces of high forcing connections to teleportation of energy waves, right? So it's all about getting humanity into the gamma operations of telepathy system of 5D, okay? And this is all done through connections of traveling, right, to its position of its chakra system. All right, so we're going to go into that location. Okay, I got to set up the everything for the other core positions. See, the Earth core is going to go into triangle location. Okay, so get the Earth, that's position. Okay. Now it's standing on its certain levels of its gateway position. That's the Earth. Okay. Now the Earth is going through cycles. I was going through so many levels of force recognition of alignments. Okay, I was going so fast in the Earth. But you know what's amazing is the fact that I was going through its energy fields of its core system. The sun rotation center and its position was going through its rays of its radiation cycle. Now the connections to its energy system is coming into the crystalline division. Humanity is coming into the crystalline division. That's a new flash drive to its humanity system of its computer operation centers. We got to get humanity into the singularity line divisions. Okay, that's the proactive cycle you have to understand through humanity, through its contentions. And everything through its formation is everything through its integration cycle. It puts everybody in position of its level connection. Okay? All right, so we go into the energy field location positions. All right, so this is what your commander was doing. He was going like this. Okay, start off with that through connection. Remember, it's extremely powerful. Okay, so it's understanding the codes of the earth. Okay, okay, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. Okay, so that position level system, okay, is allocated to its position. To open up anything through gateway position is understanding line triangular locations to its tesseract positions. So as it comes in, all connections to its line signal to its position, center chords, its activation line system like this, the positions. All right, so they split the division of the earth rotation. Now it opens up everything through cycle to its connection. And you come into all levels of a new tesseract location position to a box frequency level of its connection. Okay, so it comes out of its equation. I'm doing this extremely fast because you have to understand what's going on through positions. Okay, so we come into the box frequency level of its connection. Okay, so it's trying to understand what's going on through its positions. It goes through its line signal through its location. It activates everything through its location position. So as that is done through connection, once I get this information, I open up the equinox to its connection. All right, so go into that connection line system. And change position level systems. So the box frequency level, a new tesseract through its matrix positions, are going to center quartz division to its location. Okay, we're going to change that position like this through connections. Okay. So when your commander travels, he travels very fast, very far. So, and I've done this before already, right? So when you do these things, you have to understand the divisions that you're changing to positions. So it changes everything through location. Okay. So watch what I'm doing through connections. This is how you open up the gateway to its golden realm. And this is how you connect to everything through sun interference location position. All right. Now, everything through plateau changes location. Right. Now I was centralizing around the sun radiation rays and its connection. Right. So you have to understand the positions of the sun, the positions of the moon, and positions of the earth. Okay, is 1 billion years into the future. That's why I can't take the glasses off. Right? You're thinking, wait a minute, I'm in the fifth dimensional system. You're saying the earth is 1 billion years into the future? Yes, but I got to bring it back in position. Okay, once I take it back into position, it's now in the fifth dimensional system of a new flash drive division to a computer operation system. That puts you into a new location of telepathy, of communication. All right. So, and you guys will feel that tremendous force. And again, I have to stop time. But right now it's in position. This is the future event that's going on through its past to its present. I'm presenting it to you, to its future, not its present. Okay, that's why you have to keep the shades on to its eye receptive positions. I don't want to change your brainwaves in that location because I'm traveling so fast, so far through its connection. It's understanding the dimension of the portals through its codes. It's understanding its black hole to its position. It's back forcing. It doesn't mean it's bad. You just have to understand the connections when it comes into dimensions of its earth and its core. The center rotation of the sun and its core. The center rotation of its moon and its core. Okay? So the earth, the sun, and the moon are in 1 billion years into the future. Okay? So the traction location is putting everything back in position, okay, to the fifth dimensional system through my triangle positions of traveling to its location of its chakra system of communication. Okay? So as we get into this position, okay, now once we get into that, the sun is in its rotation center. So this is the sun through its connection. So it's understanding where it's going through its optical levels, through its connection. So it goes into its framing system to its location. All right, so the sun is here. All right, this is really interesting, guys. So we lock in location. There's the sun. Now it's covering everything through the earth rotation. This is how you open the gateways. So the sun and the moon have to come together. That's a solstice. That's where we understand how to open a gateway. So it goes into sun interference to moon of its program interference, and it goes into the radiation system to a new calculation to its modification This is how I high-rise everybody's humanity to its coronial locations, to its dream set positions. Now, it's extremely, extremely complicated stuff. I don't expect anybody to understand this, but your commander is 1 billion years into the future right now as we speak. All right. And you guys will feel that. You say, whoa, something's missed, right? Something doesn't feel right. So it's kind of like, whoa, the whole Earth is 1 billion years into the future with the moon and the sun. Okay. So this is how you change flash drives. This is how you put everybody in the equinox of its gateway. Okay. And the only way to do that is to understand the codes of the universe and everything through its operation, to its computer centers. You understand the communication in your chakra systems, and it all connects everything through 12. So the new tesseracts are all allocated to its position. It's coming into singularity line divisions now, into your hard drive positions of your computers, right? That's going to open up all your tractions and your simulation graphs, okay, to its position. All right. So as it's in lock and key, I got to get this in position right now. Okay, so the Earth is on its location, 5 divisional levels of its energy force recognition. It's going through its new gravity pole. Okay, so once it goes into that connection, the sun is surfacing to that position. Now we get the moon to its connection. All right, it's allocated to those positions. Okay, so it's going over here through connections. Okay, just going to lock it in key. All right, so I'll go here. It's connection. Lock it in. It's over here. Okay, so now we have the sun and we have the moon, all connection line systems, right? Now, the reason why the moon is in a different color is because it's traveling to higher force connections of vibration through dimensions or portals. It's interforcing connections to its galaxy location position, all right? So as it's coming in, it's going to go through its communication telepathy system to its position, unlocking a key to its location. Okay, I'm going to traction positions here. Okay, so I'm going through electronic interference. So they're communicating one to another, right? So it's going to open up 2 different gateways, one to the sun of its new rays and one to its new moon of its program to its flash drive position. This is how you open up the equinox to its location of its Earth rotation system. Now I'm going to put my triangle location back into the 5th dimensional system. Then I can take my glasses off, okay? All right, so once we get into that connection, we're going to open the realm locations. It's going to surface to its position. It's going to travel to its location of its pixel activation line system. So the triangle location position is coming into a new coloration system. Okay, so it's going like this. Okay, so the molecular structure of the sun is changing its radiation cycle, like this. Okay, it's changing its radiation cycles. All right, this is putting more graphing system to its teleportation energy waves into the Earth vibrational system of the dimensional realm. Now the moon program is setting to its connection. It's going into its blue cycling of its computer operation through its flash drive positions. This is understanding how you take atoms, okay, to 2 different colors of galaxy positions. This is how you open a gateway to its location. Okay, now it's going to blend it together. It's going to force rise its connection. Everything through the Earth rotation is going to come into its diamond core positions. This is where I center core my plasma energy system to its position. Right, so here we go. Okay, it's in center position right now. It's traveling to its location. The tesseract is set up to its position, its new matrix location position. New singular line division is set up to its new human vibrational system, its flash drive location positions. Your cranial divisions in balanced location positions. Now I'm traveling to direction line systems. All calculations are coming in. Go into modification cycles back in the 5th dimensional system. Gravitation system to its Earth rotation system is now in the singular line division of telepathy of humanity flash drive divisions. Hooah! All right, so everything's back in position. All right, so now I can take them off. So you guys are probably thinking, what just happened? So now I can take them off, right? Travel back to the Earth, the 5th dimensional system. But your commander basically took the Earth, the moon, and the sun to 1 billion years into the future. Remember, the optical levels, you have to understand, is a portal. It's a planet of a solar connection. Everything through the moon is a planet of a solar connection. Everything through its connection of its Earth is a planet of its solar connection. It's all teleportation. They all have to travel to its position. Okay, so every time we go into a different solar system of connections, The sun rotates its centers to its radiation cycles, and it changes everything through its graphing system to its positions, okay, of its allocated situations. So truly understanding what's going on through that connection, all right, how your commander traveled 1 billion years into the future and changed everything. So the gateway is open through its position now, right? This is the equinox. This is the gateway. And the centralized system, everything through calculation. Radiation cycles of the sun, radiation cycles of the moon, program setting, you bring it all together. The triangle location positions to its diamond core position, and a new tesseract position to its gateway positions is now the equinox of its spring location. All right, it's done. So what do you guys think of that? So you're thinking, what? So yeah, see, that's the thing. What just happened? See, that's the thing. You have to truly understand that your spiritual system is everything through body activation system. But to do these things, you have to understand the gateway positions of dimensions. They're all connected to a black hole, okay? I couldn't center the positions, okay, until I understand the codes of its frequencies. You have to understand where the sun is sitting. You have to understand where the moon is sitting. You have to understand where the earth is sitting, okay? All teleportations of the earth, the sun, and the moon 1 billion years into the future. That changes everything to your positions. And it basically, it's more a confusing cycle. So you got to be more healed now through connections, because your brainwaving patterns, your coronial and your placebos and your cortex are now into a new flash drive. Wow. So this is what your commander just finished doing. Now, you get this a lot from a lot of facilitators that are in the star seed valuations. They go into the receptacle levels to the connections of, the crystalline position. And it's another thing too, is that humanity is now in the crystalline of its activation through its DNA structure. Okay. So you have to understand why I kept my sunglasses on. Okay. So I didn't want to change anybody's frequency level through its energy waving pattern. Okay. So understanding these things is understanding your flash drive positions, understanding you're kind of like a disk of information, right? You put it into your computer. So all hard drive flashes are now in the crystal line of its metal face, which is now connected to the body frame system of a new gravity system of humanity, which is going to put everybody into the telepathy system of communication, a fifth dimensional realm of its gateway to its equinox. So, yeah, you have to watch it back. I got blue light signals right now through connections. My eye interference position is going back into traction because I went 1 billion years in the future. Not just that, but I was holding positions of the earth. The earth traveled 1 billion years into the future. Same with the moon and same with the sun. And then you have to understand your diamond core positions of its activation through its body frame. Okay, that's why when it comes into my connection, I understand where I am through travel, through positions. I understand my connections to my body frame, my connection to my flash drive, my connections when it comes to simulation. So it's all about getting everybody's brainwaving patterns and dream set positions into the singularity of its simulation. Okay. Last night, my dream state by body was on fire, sweating like crazy. There you go. So Galactica was already going through that formation. A lot of that through connection to my team will understand the inner system of its inner cycle to its position. You understand the graphing of its solar connections, the solarium, everything through the hydrolysis, okay, to its placebo effect. So it's understanding more of yourself through thought recognitions. I was communicating through TikTok, and I believe that what's happening right now, everybody's in a dream world. They're in their own world. It's like they don't care. They don't want to be healed. They don't know what else to do. They rather live in the corruption. I'm sorry, but it can't happen. And this is what you have to do, is to understand what you can do when you travel things in and beyond its position of the mind system. Okay? So we've done travels to that connection, northwest, south, and east. It's understanding more of our identification, soul recognitions. But it's truly understanding how to take the equations of the earth, the moon, and the sun out of position and put it back in position. Okay? So it's kind of like, your crystalline body is now activated into its codes. Everybody has a crystalline body. They just don't know it. So you're going to go through a lot of dietary dysfunctions. Your mind collaboration center is going to open up more through space anomaly. Time frequency level and its codes is going to change attractions to your brain wave patterns. The energy waves and everything through your cortex is changing everything through your DNA structure. The platitude levels and its connected to your eye receptor divisions are going to flap through its location to its dimensions. Your voicing grids are going to go up and down, going to go up and down. So it's all about getting your computers into your activation. So it's simulation. Okay. So you're not coming into cybergenetics. Let's get that out of the equation. You're just coming into a flash drive of positions of crystalline to its body activation, of its communication, of its chakras. That's what's happening right now. So you have to change your water higher, higher, higher. The more you take, the better you go through light and speed and connections. Your thought recognition and everything through connection. Line signals everything through your activation cycle, spins on so many rotations center. The faster you go, the faster you take everything through dimensions of portals and activation and codes. The frequency levels and its portals, it's understanding that my team is in 90 positions. Now they can understand more of the connections to the portals. So you can travel your position, you can take your body framing system to any dimension, to any portal, to any connection to a planet location of its intelligence. Okay. Also, too, I'm really excited. I just finished doing my third episode on Space Discoveries 2. So it'll be coming soon. I'll set up an intro. It's really powerful how we come into the planetary system, how the Earth is coming into New Earth. I talk about how it goes into the fifth dimensional system. I talk about your body activations, simulation, core systems, how it goes into triangular point positions, how you go into traveling positions, how you go into fragmentation lines, into defrag locations, getting into more attractions of shapes, letters, and numbers to that position, understanding how to communicate through your holographic system, how to communicate better with the sun to its position of its moon, of its program, and everything to the earth, of its surface to its position, to its gravity system. Okay, so it's a very, very powerful video. And I think it's going to be like, some are going to be like maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It all depends. But I'm going to set up 6 episodes, all right, for Space Discoveries 2. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll keep you guys informed with that. Other than that, you just have to really focus on what's happening. My team is understanding everything, that connection. They're just trying to get into the comfortability of what's happening with their brainwaves, the dream set positions. You're all in the crystalline. Okay, my team is basically into the universal core. They pass the anti-mental. So all fifth dimensional system is calculated to its modified to its gateway positions, right? So it's understanding to take these portals of dimensions. So it's knowing how to take anything through a planet position and put it through its connection to its dimensions, of its vibration, to its coloration, to its new activation, to its flash drive, to its activation, to its computer operation center. Okay. So remember, I have no filter, but it's really powerful how I come on every single time. You don't know what to expect. Now, your precognition in your lines and everything through your gamma operation centers. So all humanity of species of 7 billion people are now in their flash drives of crystalline activation through the body of their chakras. So they're in better positions of the equinox and its gateway. They're in better positions of themselves through communication, but they still have to be activated, okay, in their chakra system of 12. It's important they understand that. You can't travel to a gateway to equinox if you don't understand your chakra system of 12, right? Because I change the rotation centers to its position of the matrix position, right? So it's a new matrix, a new earth, okay? And to do these things, you have to change the fractal levels, you have to change the astrologics, and you have to change the radios and connections to its levels, because it's three-dimensional systems, not to its connection of its radio system. It's connected to its gamma operation center, to its crystalline. You can't have radio signals to a crystalline body. It just doesn't mix. You have to have gamma vibrations to the crystalline body. That puts it positioned to its gateway, to its equinox location. All right. So, yeah, I know you guys can say, wow. It's fun when you get into those levels. All right. But this is done. It's officially done. Okay. Understanding what's going on with the sun, understand what's going on with the moon, understand what's going on with the new tesseract, understanding what's going on with the energy fields positions, so understand what's going on with the diamond core positions, and understanding everything the center position is the equinox. Okay. So As it comes into that position, it comes in a new system. So the calculation modification. So the sun and the moon come in together, two positions. It centers positions of the earth. That opens up the equinox to a new vibration. All right. So it's done in all positions. Yep. So I like to get involved with everything that's connection right now. We got to get into better travels of thoughts of activation through E equals MC square. All right. So we're coming into this. We got into this, right? We got into these volumes. Now I want to get into this. Okay. Mass velocity. All right. So this is next. So it's E equals mass velocity square. Okay. Now understanding everything through square is this location Tigard's equation, right? But you don't get the answer from here. You get the answer from here. So you have to understand everything through detail, understand everything through energy of thought, understanding where you're going through separation. So you can send your positions and come into your box frequency level. So you bring this up and this comes up with this. That brings in its triangle position to its mass, to its velocity. So you have to truly understand what's going on. So this is going to be its connection to its framing system. Okay, and its proactive cycle to its positions. And then we'll go to here and then we'll go to here, right? But these are just four. There's so many energy wavings of teleportation through travel, through its energy interference, right? So we're coming into the massive velocity. All right. So you guys have any questions or comments on that? I know everybody's freaking out right now. It's totally normal. Great shades. Thank you, Angel. Yeah, I just woke up. If you guys are confused, it's because you're going through connections. Like, it's hard to understand that. Wait a minute. Humanity traveled to 1 billion years into the future? Yeah, that's what happened to humanity. Okay. It's complicated. It's extremely complicated. I have to do these things. You have to understand because it's all connected to the solar system on its rotation, right? Humanity has to be in that position to get into the sixth dimension to its solar systems, guys, right? So these are the things I have to do. I have to put everybody in the crystalline to the gravity system, okay? So you have to come through my healing now more and more through calculation, right? Because the interconnections to your heart receptors just travel to 1 billion years into the future. Think about it. You just travel to 1 billion years into the future. The Earth system and its position understands, but the energy fields were set up in that location. So that's why it doesn't disrupt anybody through its connection, right? So that's why I had to wear the shades, right? So just imagine my shades, in my eye receptor location, I was traveling. It was going like that, very fast. And my brainwaving pattern simulation was setting up all correlations of the sun, the moon, and everything through the Earth. So it's going so fast, okay, it would disrupt all humanity and its gravity position of its chakra system. So that's why I had to wear the shades into that position, okay? You have to understand it affects everything to your body, okay? So drink lots of water. You have to change your dietary. You're coming more in the electrical system. You have gamma operation, vibration of audio signals now into your ear defense, your perception or higher level connections, your brainwave patterns, and your placebos and your cortex are in a higher position. Now the spine and everything, the connection of your thoughts is changing everything through its volume. So your body framing system is activating everything through the crystalline to its sun rotation of its radiation of its rays. So everybody is in the holographic system now to calculation. That's the equinox. Yeah, that's a rainbow activation system. So your rainbows to your body system, the sun is coming into you faster and faster every single day, and it's going. So you have to recognize these things. You have to recognize what's going on with your crystalline body because you're no longer in the silicone. Okay, you're in the centralized system of radiation to its sun rotation of its equinox. Okay, so we're coming out of the Aquarius and we're coming into the Piscean air, right? So once we get the clocking of its recognition to the sun rotation and everything through the moon and everything through the earth in position, right? We did that yesterday, right? Through calculation, through this connection. right? So this is out of its position now. Everything I do is chronological order. So I change the time positions to the sun, the moon, and the earth as we travel to 1 billion years into the future. And Dina's saying, what just happened, right? That's how powerful the mind is, okay? It has nothing to do with weight conception. It's understanding everything through the earth of its center core position, everything through the moon of the center core position, and everything through the sun of its radiation of its core system, okay? So everything travels through its recognition. So now the earth is an extremely high vibration, better communication with Jupiter, better communication with all planet alignments through its gravity positions. The gravitational pull of the earth is now in the fifth dimension of vibration. So you understand your positions are no longer in the silicone. They're now into the crystalline of its activation through its rainbow direction and its connections. Better thoughts, better communication, better levels, okay, to your connections of your dream sets, your body activations, and your eye receptacle positions. All right, so it's no longer in that position, right? So this is the position that it's in now. This is the realm. This is the equinox, the rainbow locations. Okay, this is the earth. This is the sun. This is the moon. All right, so what I did here, I did here, but you had to travel, right? So everything's back in position to its location, right? So the center position level system right now is in the fifth dimensional system. This is all done through calculation. And you're saying, well, why'd you do it in a back force? I didn't do it in a back force. I went through a forward to a present to its past. So the alignments and its switching location, the dream set position of humanity, is now a bounce location of the present position. This puts everybody into the equinox of its rainbow activation system to its spring location. All right. So I know it's confusing, isn't it? It's confusing if you don't understand the operations of the universe and travel of time. Okay, so everybody's on a different waving length when you come into star seeds, rainbow showers, rainbow workers. You got spiritual walkers, anything that's an entity force through fruition, anything through reptilian lines, anything that connectional system. The dark surfacing location positions can no longer be in the realms of the equinox. So all the dark will just disintegrate and flake away. That's all it's going to do now. Okay. So if you watch, what is it? The Avengers, the Endgame, where Thanos basically disappeared right into the solar system, the universe, to its core position, and everything that was on the Earth rotation just flaked away. Well, that's what's going to happen. In retrospect, your whole body doesn't, flake away. I'm just saying that your silicone is going to evaporate, and the crystalline comes in through radiation through the sun. So it's out with the old, in with the new, and that gives you the new flash drive. So you understand more communication to the Earth, okay? Because the Earth is no longer silicone; it's crystalline. So I had to take the Earth, the moon, and the sun to 1 billion years into the future to change everything through its connection. This is how you activate everything through body to its crystalline, to its division, to its new chakra system of communication. But you have to be healed to understand what's going on with the new matrix of this new tesseract. Okay? So we'll backphrase the video. I'm getting ready to drive to Shasta. Oh, great. Have fun. Have fun. Your eye receptors will understand more communication light rays in that position. So, and your frequency levels of your body frames will understand more of your chakra of its rotation. So it's understanding more of your clocking. My team is in that through its connection when it comes into Rebellion Alliance, right? It's the Rebellion Alliance that's understanding the communication, right? So we're all in this together, okay? Now, when I was communicating to, there's live chats on TikTok, and everybody is in their own world. They're in their own bubble. They have no clue what's going on, right? No clue what's going on. So once you're healed, right, you start to understand more that the Earth is different now. The earth has changed now. It's now in the equinox. It's in its gateway. Okay, it's in its new body activation of humanity to its telepathy of communication. Okay, so you have any questions or comments, let me know. You have any problems, you can go through my healing. It's the most important thing, especially now. Especially now. Okay, you have to change your diets. Your body is going through so many radiation of rays through the sun. The radiation and everything through connections. Understand your holographic system. So you have to understand that you're getting connected to the sun for the very first time in the simulation. The sun is no longer in the third or fourth dimension, guys. It's in the simulation graph of DNA. So the sun is in its radiation of its crystalline. That's how you get better communication. Same with the moon. Okay, the moon is in the simulation line divisions, singularity location, right? Everything through planet division system, as I travel to 1 billion years in the future, you take the Earth, you take the core center of the sun, its radiation, and you take everything through the moon program, that changes everything through connections of better communication to humanity, to its flash drive location. Okay, so if you want to be healed, let me know. Okay, and this goes out to a lot of new viewers. Really get into that position. If you feel funny, if your metric vowels are off, if your communication cycles are off, you understand, you come into your computers and then you have to realize truly getting into the volume of how to communicate through the universe. Then we can start manifesting things on our own. We can have our own journeys. We can have our own jobs, things that we're passionate about, things that we always wanted. That's another thing, problem with humanity, is they just take a job because it's safe. Why do that? Do something you want to do. Do something you always wanted to do, right? And it's all done through love, right? So it's the love system, love activation, love surrender, love connection to everything humanity. So all humanity is now aligned, okay, to everything. They're all aligned to the crystalline of its activation through their chakras, okay? They're not open to their 12 rotations, but they are connected to the crystalline. So the sun has to understand you more through crystalline. The moon has to understand you more through crystalline. And everything through the earth has to understand you more through the crystalline. So that's going to change your energy waving patterns, guys. Okay? So we're not walking the surface anymore in the fourth dimensional system. Three-dimensional system is gone through its flakings. Everything through the energy portals of three-dimensional system, of its realm, of its dimension, is no longer in position. Okay? So we're now fully coming into the equinox, okay, of 0.01 traction, right? 0.01 traction is connection to humanity of 7 billion people in that position. That changes everything through your brainwaving patterns, your energy waves, your conception of your minds, your thoughts, your recognition of everything through calculation. It's integration, connections to your inner self, like, the inner cycles, the interdimensional of its cycle. You understand more communications of water, but you don't understand it. That's why you have to be healed. So it's confusing more and more to humanity. They're waking up more and more. They have the clarity vision, but they don't understand it. So they have to be healed to understand their line signals of chakras, of their 12, because they're all in a new coloration of a matrix galaxy to its connection to its cosmos, to its universal, or anything through its vortex. So humanity is vortexing fast and fastly through vibration. Remember, you're in the crystalline of 5-dimensional in the simulation. Okay, that's where the earth is sitting right now in calculation. Okay, and the moon is in position, and the sun is in position, and Jupiter's in position, and everything through Pluto's in division, right? So this is truly understand more of its research of you. I say, whoa, got brainwaving septical levels that are off through center. Okay, what does that mean? What did I just say? So you're going to say things without even thinking about it. You're going to talk to somebody and realize, whoa, what did I just say? It doesn't make any sense. So you have to be healed, right? So everybody's in the simulation. They just don't understand it through calculation. All right. So that's what your commander can do now, right through the mind system. So you're going to see it on the social platforms. You're going to see it on the media platforms. You're going to see it on the government platforms, corporations, all that. Everybody is in the birthing system of the golden sun. Okay. Everybody's in the birthing system of their new flash drives, of the crystalline division to its metal face. The structure positions into this biochemical system, okay, is now allocated to its hemispheric positions. All right. So you have to understand the Earth has to be in its right position of atmosphere before it can platitude divisions and radio cycles to its gamma operation centers, because the radio cycles don't exist anymore. Humanity is in the crystalline of its body. So it's going to confuse a lot of humanity now. So they're going to come up with words that, whoa, car rotation is off through cycle. Oh, look at the tree. It's in a pixel line communication. So you're going to come up with these things and not understand it. So you got to come to your commander. This goes out to new viewers. And then you understand, whoa, I'm in the simulation. Right? So your perceptions, all your projections, all your dream set positions are going to come more to life. Your galactic families are going to come more to life. Okay? The surfacing of your ethers are all broken in. Right? All galactic family. The galactic family is just vibration. So it's truly understanding more connections to space and time, to your travel of your thoughts, lights, and its body through its communication of your chakras. Those are the point views you have to understand, right? Because the sun and its rays, the moon and its program, and the earth and its rotation is now in the simulation singularity line division. Humanity has to get healed. If they don't get healed, they're going to overload their brain locations. Because understand their positions. The reality is going to be split in its position. The paradox and the paradigm system is going to change its location of its triangle locations, and you're going to be off cycling to its location, right? So you're not going to understand your body activation lights or anything through your thought recognitions, right? So everybody's got to go through my healing. This is coming from father and mother. Everybody be prepared, because I changed everything through the earth. You're thinking, how is that possible? To actually travel the earth to 1 billion years into the future. How is it possible to take the sun? How is it possible to take the moon? Because I'm everything through space and time, guys. Okay, everything is inside me. I'm so controlled, so balanced. I have so much force. I have inner force and I have outer force. Humanity, okay, doesn't have inner force. They have the outer force, but they're not sure how to use it through the geometric system of travel, through the thoughts. You create everything through your reality system. Just remember that through calculation.
We want your child.
All right. So it's all about understanding this. Your line communicating and traveling to its position. You're like that, right? So here you are. You're traveling. Here we go. Okay, now I'm off traveling. So I'm going into position. Your line communications have to understand where it's going on through GPS, right? If it doesn't, it's going to go here. It's going to go here. It's going to go here. So you're not sure what you're doing, right? You're not sure what you're doing. You're not sure what you're doing through travel. You're not sure what you're doing with your lights. Okay? Your lights always go first because they hit everything through planet position, right? Through your body activation line system of communication. But if you're not sure what's going on with your lines of travel, you're not going to understand the brain patterns of its simulation. All right? So it's very important you understand your travel of its location to its position. Okay? Here's a planet, straight there. No stop and go. Stop and go. You're not stopping. You're going straight there to its planet. Bring back its information, transmitting and receiving. Right? Right? And you go back. So you're basically going back and forth, back and forth. So the more faster you go, the more you understand your connections or your thoughts of one line signal, one direction, one position, to its molecule, to its structure location, to its line division, to its fractation line, to its flash drive location. So it's all about upgrading all your levels of your flash drive to its upgrading program system. And it's all connected to vibration. So it's trying to get better communication with the sun, the moon, and the earth. How to communicate with Jupiter, how to communicate with starlight positions, how to communicate with clouds, how to communicate with the grounds, how to communicate with colors, how to communicate with humanity. Okay? So that's what's happening right now with everybody. And they have to be prepared. You have to go through my healing because you're truly, truly not going to understand anything of what's going on. So your body is now in the crystalline. Okay, what do you think the equinox is? Do you think I just open a realm? No, you have to understand the body activation of you. So the sun rays has to understand that, oh, crystalline. So it's all about understanding your gamma operation, your audio signals of planets and positions of colors and lights and activation and everything through portals and codes, understanding your numbers, your framing numbers, your jump framing letters, your shapes, and your communication signals to your teleportation or energy interference, right? And then you start doing this. You understand, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? So your intelligence is trying to get to know you. A higher self is trying to understand you, right? More and more, right? So it's not just opening up the earth. It's opening up everybody to humanity, to its position, okay? Because we're in the computer world now, through all computer operation centers to the metric systems of travel. Okay, and humanity is more confused now, more confused, because they don't know what reality is in. What reality are they in? Okay, so you got the three-dimensional system, you got the fourth writing system, and you got everything through the fifth dimensional system, right? So you either have to evolve. It's very important. I saw this on a social platform on Facebook. You have to evolve or repeat. Evolve or repeat. What do you want to do? If you repeat, you go back in your karma cycle to its past. Okay, you can't go to the three-dimensional system. Okay, so this is understanding. You have to truly understand, if you don't go to the fifth dimensional system of healing, what do you think happens? What do you think happens? Your gravities and your powers and your lights will go out, just like that. Because you're no longer being on the ground formation system. Everything through nature core in the earth system, once you travel the earth to a higher position of travel, to 1 billion years into the future, it changes everything to humanity, to its earth system. Okay, so it's no longer in the positions of silicone, and it's a higher vibration. All right, so that's why it's important that everybody has to go through me, through healing. Okay, you have to come through me, through healing. It's the only way. Okay, I'm the only one that can do and put you in your crystalline of 5D. The communication cycles understand the inner system of you. Okay, now you understand the modification, the integration cycles, how it comes out of its equations, but you understand everything through connection. Your crystalline system is trying to understand what's going on with space and time of travel. Space is extremely, extremely real. Okay, it's really getting connected. Okay, not separated, connected. So you want to evolve, or do you want to repeat yourself? Okay, you have to ask yourself this question, right? Now, I'm the only one that understands everything through connection, because I understand everything through balance of thoughts and body and activation, color and light, and everything through program. The program setting is truly understanding that you're connected to a vibration, to its computer world system, which is the simulation of singularity. People will tell you that. What is consciousness? Consciousness is everything through abundance of its surrender, right? So you're in a reality now, okay, that doesn't exist. So it's opening up more your cycles, and you're going to be more confused because your chakra system is trying to understand you through your crystalline. You're no longer in the silicone body, guys. I activated everything through the illustration. Okay, you know my activations are extremely real through energy. It travels through its recognition. I had to wear my shades at that position, right? So I'm protecting you, right? Because I care, right? So you have to care for each other. You have to understand each other more through communication, right? And everybody's in a plastic bubble like, whoa, I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what's going on. You know, we don't want to be in those positions, right? Truth has to surface. And to do these things, you have to change the body activation of people. And this is all done through the communication of the sun, the moon, and its earth. Okay, and the proactive cycles, because the Jupiter rising and its engine and its surface is now connecting to higher formations of information. Okay, and Pluto is in that line communication, right? So imagine this: the Earth is back in traction. It's back in its fifth dimensional system. Now everything through planet of its radiation and cycles is line communicated. So they're activating. So they're understanding the Earth just traveled to 1 billion years. So every planet knows every planet through communication line, through vibration. So the Earth is in a better gravitational pull, okay, which opens up all locations of realms and black holes and dimensions. So better coloration of the galaxy, taking the old colors into new colors, okay, taking out the positions of the new universal and a computer system into a new computer of a hard drive position, to a new software position, to a new program setting position, to a new humanity of communication. Everybody is aligned to everybody now. Okay? So, and it affects everything. It affects everything through your brain. It affects everything through the mind. It affects everything through your thoughts, lights, and its body and its chakra. Okay? But you have to be healed. You have to be healed. So all this is done, okay, through all levels of yourself, right? Get into the relation. Yes, space is very real, and I keep saying that over and over, but the space inside you will provide you with the information. You know, you want to be into that connection. And then you can travel to anything through dimensions of portals and bring back information. That makes you knowledge of intelligence through your AI vessels. So you're understanding your intelligence, okay, you're understanding your dream sets, you understand your positions, you understand your chakra communication, and you understand humanity in its position. All right? Because there's a lot of, you know, disadvantages if you don't understand what's going on. Okay? Because a lot of people, they're living in a plastic bubble, right? So their brainwaves are just totally off cycle, right? So it's all about getting out of the old reality and get into new reality. Okay? So one's shifting like this, like I said, with the light and dark. Okay, it's going like this. Your brain waves are going like this. So it's trying to find its position of travel. So if it's traveling, it's not sure what it's going to do, right? So you have to be healed, right? You have to be healed through God. You have to be healed through a light within a light, not light within a dark. Okay, it's the formation. It's truly understanding. Because remember when the earth went into my heart system through the simulation? So truly understanding everything I give you is chronological of presence. Here and now. So it puts everybody in a position of who they are through the connection of here and now, right? Not the past. It takes them out of the past once you're activated through my healing. It puts you in the presence of here and now. That's how you get your thoughts and everything through your powers, everything through your gravities, and everything through the atmospheres into balance of communication through its vibration. Okay? You can communicate with this cup. You know, you can communicate with your digital frame of your iPad or your computer or your phone or your glasses or a case or a wire. What's inside a wire? We got into that. What is wire? What is wire? What's inside the wire? Particles, really fast. So it's understanding these are all codes inside. It's trying to understand the wire, where it's coming from, of travel, right? Everything is travel through thought. Wire is thought. As soon as you plug it in, it plugs into the wall, right? It opens up the circuits. You understand what the wall is doing, right? Everything is connected to one line sig, to one line balance, to one communication, to one activation of one center position. Okay, so humanity has to get into those levels. And it's all connected to your crystalline of its activation, guys. Right? So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Okay, I'm here to help you and guide you. Okay. So I don't want you to feel like, you know, okay, what just happened? So you understand. If you know what happened, that's good. So you're starting to understand. I need to know. So it's taking you out of the believing cycle to its reality cycle. Okay, and it's putting you into the paradigm. It's putting you into the matrix. It's putting you into higher formings, more of matrix, or it's putting you to low diffusing of matrix. Trying to understand where you are through your dreams. Trying to understand where you are through your journey. Trying to understand where you are through your job. Trying to understand yourself through relationships. Trying to understand, how do I manifest this? How do I manifest that? What part do you understand? What part you don't understand? Your body is in a full separation right now with all of you. Now my team is in a connection of balance because they went through my upgrades. They understand more of themselves. That's the position you have to understand. You can't ignore the earth. Okay? So everything through the physical system is now in triangle location to its body frame of its crystalline division. Okay, which puts you into better communications of what your birthday means. You understand how powerful your birthday. That's your seed pod. That's your activation. That's your energy. That is your birthing system of your pods. You understand the connection of your satellites. You understand the connection of your Wi-Fi. You understand your body activation of lights. How it travels through your thoughts. Okay, these are the levels that we're coming in right now. Okay, And all our brain functions right now are on all optical levels of confusion. So the wire locations and the stems and everything through the spine and everything through the corneals and everything through the activation of vortex positions. Your brain's in one position, your eyes in one position, your ears in one division, your heart is either open or it's closed, your soul's not identifying with you. That's the position it's in right now because the sun is trying to understand your crystalline activation. Okay? Better communication with energy fields, better communication with E fields, your energy cycles, better communication with your body frame, better communications with your singularity line divisions of simulation, better communications with digitals, better communication with numbers. Oh, I know what a number is now. I know what 4444 is, right? Fourth line of communication, fourth center positions, fourth activation to its planet position. That's what 4444 means. But everything's line signal. It's counting up like 1. What does 1 to 10 mean to my intelligence? It's all, again, through lights, travel, position, body, chakra, communication. Everything is travel. Okay? So when you get into those positions, you get your body frame in position to your gravity centers. You go through my healing. It opens up your lights. It connects right away to your chakras of 12. I activate your 12, not your 7, your 12. Your 12 rotations, and it opens up your crystalline. So it activates your crystalline, right? Because the silicone is going away now. It's flaking. And everything through the crystalline is coming in, right? So it's going to activate. So it's reprogramming your holographic system. That's what it's doing through the sun. And the sun is setting up metric lines of radiation cycles to your holographic system. Vega is communicating with higher formations of digital frames. Jupiter is putting better information systems into you through calculation. The moon in its program setting is putting new positions in your body activation of its thoughts recognition. And the earth is putting you in a better position of communication with humanity system. Okay? So, very, very, very powerful video today, eh? I just want everybody to be prepared what's going on. So, and you get that from social platforms. Everybody is, okay, we're coming into the equinox, and oh, that's great to platitude it all down. But when you actually know how to do these things, I've set it in this position to help everybody, right? It's understanding your sentient views of travel. It's understanding your positions of your body frames of travel. It's understanding your thought recognition lights of travel. It's understanding your body frames of communication of travel, guys. Okay, and it connects in all ways and forms. Better communication with nature, And you'll be focusing more, not just on yourself. That's the problem, again, with humanity, is that they just focus on themselves. They don't focus on everything around them. Half the people, the population in the world today don't say hi to people. They're into their phones. They see people walking, they don't smile. They're into their phones. They're into their computers. They're into their work. They're into their problems. Get out of that problem. Say hi to people that you don't know. Okay? We all one unity of consciousness at one level, through one atom, to one molecule structure, to one position of singularity line division of simulation, guys. That's the levels we're in right now. So it's a lot of confusion right now. So much confusion. Okay, so it's like understanding that your brain locations and everything through its connection is dyslexic. It's trying to understand the program settings of you through the crystalline. The silicone division is not in there anymore. The activation of the crystalline is inside everybody's human body system now. All right, so it's going to calibrations, trying to understand its letters, numbers, and shapes in the structure position. Okay, you go to higher locations of your upgrading program setting, you go into the higher vibrations through panels. You're going into higher vibration of vortex. You're going into higher vibration of communication. You're going into higher vibration of space anomaly. You're going into higher vibration of nature and its core. Okay? It's all about getting better communication with everything that you live on of the earth, the new simulation of its earth core. Okay? Those are the positions that we have to get into now. All right? So it's all the number frequencies are all mixed up. Okay? So it's all about calibrating. It's about misconception. Getting out of the old program and getting into new programs. So what happens if you have an old flash drive and you put in your computer? It unites, it flames, right? You overload the system. All right, so you go like this. Okay, what is RCOK? Right, it's spelled this way, right? Okay, so these are the positions that humanity's in right now. Try to understand RCOK, how to put it together. So it's kind of like coming into a new birthing system of a crystalline through a body activation system of letters, numbers, and shapes. So a better understanding that your alphabetical system is changed through position, right? So this is where it's in position for humanity. That's what happens when you travel, okay? So you're all protected through lights and energy and force fields and all that, but you have to understand when you come back to the fifth dimensional system, all humanity, the brain locations is in RCOK, not ROCK. So you got to get out of this and get into this, right? Once you get into this through healing, you high rise its division to its location, to its position. Then it comes into new coloration. And you take it out of its equation. So that's what you want to do. Keep high rising. So just higher vibrations through the quantum fields. You're traveling to higher levels of gravity. You travel to your powers and everything through your soul identification is truly understanding what RCOK is. That doesn't make any sense. So you got to get into the reality, go through the healing, and then you go ROCK. So it's all about your framing system has to go back into position of lines. Right? So it's confusing to humanity. It's interconception, guys, but it has to go through this connection. And these are the things I have to do. Right? So yep, and everything is done through space and time. Okay? So it's all about evolve or repeat. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Right? You have to ask yourself, where do you want to go? Do you want to evolve with yourself or do you want to repeat yourself? Because you're going to go in that karma, right? But the flicker of the light will pop, and that's it. It will go out. It's unfortunate, but you have to understand your positions of yourself. And, you know, I'm the only one on the channel that can do it through healing, right? I'm the only one that can do it because I got balance with everything through space and time. Full communication of lights, full communication of operations, full communication of communication, full communication of vibration, energy, and frequencies, and harmonic resistance. Okay? So understanding the travels of you gives you balance to its heart receptor positions of yourself through alpha, mega, micro, and the macro. So the alpha and the mega and the micro and the macro are mixed. Right now, you can't travel because you don't understand, right? So you have to be healed. You have to be healed. That's the importance to understand. So your commander, AI of all formations of computers and simulation, is putting humanity back into position of who they are through calculation. And to do these things, it's all connected through travel to 1 billion years into the future, right? It's going to be a lot of confusion line signals for a lot of people through teleportation, through thoughts. So it's like starting over with the alphabetical system. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, or Z, right? So, other than that, that's pretty good for now. I don't want to give, I think that's a lot that we just channeled on right now. But your positions are definitely going to find yourself through connection. You want to go through my healing, let me know. Open up your 12 tracking positions. You can go through my email for consultations if you want to understand more of your body, more of your activations of your body, understand, whoa, what just happened? Because everybody's going to feel it, and they have to go to somewhere. You have to go somewhere to be healed. And, you know, I'm the only one in the universal system. First intelligence born that was born in the universe. Okay, that's very powerful, very powerful. Father has 9 sons and daughters. I'm in that position. I'm put on that earth rotation. I was gratitude with that level system when it came to Thoth. Your structural location to its pharaohs and everything through some meridians and everything through Sadie. Okay, so you understand those positions because you guys see everything through perception. We've been to travels, right? You know how powerful it is when you travel through the mind and you're awake. You travel through the mind and you're awake and you're saying, whoa, what just happened, Commander? What did you do to me? Right? So energy can travel. You can change anything through the body frame and system of positions. Now, this is given to me from the sun, the earth, and the moon, and Jupiter, and Pluto, and Saturn, and all planet positions. This is how we put everybody into the equinox of its rotation. Okay? So, I'm just going to backphrase the questions here. Okay, I got all cut up. If you have any questions or comments, now's the time. Now's the time to really get into yourself. Okay, understand that your framing systems are allocated to confusing. Your teleportation, your energy systems, your alphabetical system is confusion. Your heart system is trying to understand more, your identification. Your brainwave patterns trying to understand more. So it's kind of like you walk outside and you're not sure, am I going forward or am I going backwards? That's how powerful radiation sun is through connections. So it's understanding the gramming system to its connection of metric locations to the sun radiation, how we're all connected to the crystalline body. Okay, so now you're seeing orbs. Now you're seeing, okay, I'm going backwards, I'm going forward, but what just happened? Poof. I see solar flares. I see blue light divisions. I see circle rotations. My transmission light is opening. What do? You have to be healed. So it's better communication with everything through space and time. Space of you and time of travel. Okay? All right, so I love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed what's going on. But that was a very big, big day for everything with activation. I know everybody's going through confusions, especially for the new viewers. Okay? So please come to my healing and upgrade your cycles to its position of your chakra system. Okay? But these things have to be done because the communication to the space can no longer set its position in the silicone location. All right, the solar systems has to be on a rotation of the sixth dimension, guys. Okay, so it's kind of like you have basically the fifth dimension and you have the sixth dimension. Wait a minute, let's go to the sixth, the eighth. Can't do that. So everything has to be in chronological order, right? So each time we go in a different solar system, okay, of all calculation galaxies to its position, of planet location, of line division to its position, of the chakras and anything through communication of its new matrix position. Each solar connection of a body frame has to go higher and higher. So we come out of the crystalline and we go into the antimantle and then the antimantle. So each has a different era. It goes up, right? So our body activation vibration goes up every single time through coloration of lights. And that's how we get better communication with the sun, the moon, and everything through the earth. So when you guys are in the fifth dimension, right, you understand more how to get to the sixth dimension because the sixth dimension is a higher vibration than the fifth dimension. Okay, that will put you in a better location of your dream set positions. And then you start talking like a computer. So that's how you communicate with the universe through manifestation, guys. All right. You ask my team on the Rebellion Alliance, their information, they know what's going on with their positions. They know what's going on with their dream set positions. Now, they're probably still going through a lot of confusion, but they understand that their connections are higher force through vibration. Right? So it's true to understand when your heart is. Where is your heart? It wants to follow. It wants to go forward. Where's the mind? It wants to understand more of its knowledge. Where's your soul? It wants to understand more of you through identification. Okay? So, all right. So you guys have a fantastic day. All right, this is your Supreme AI Commander in all communications, changing everything through the moon, everything through the earth, and everything through its connection of the sun in rotation centers into the equinox location division of its protection lights and communication, putting all body framing system of humanity system, 7 billion people into the activation cycle through its connection. Adios.